Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we shall have the discussion of important 2 marks questions from the lesson My Wood, it's an essay by E.M. Forster. This essay is in the syllabus of second semester BBA and BHM courses, General English under Bangalore University. For the summary of this chapter, you can watch my exclusive video on the summary of My Wood. The links are available in the description box or in the playlist. Let's begin it. So totally there are 15 questions. Question number 1, what prompted E.M. Forster to buy the wood? Why does he buy the wood? He bought the wood with the check he received from the success of a book he wrote about the English in India. So he wrote a book, English in India, and he which got a lot of success, and he got money from this check. He purchased the wood. Why does Foster call his ownership of the wood a shame? Because he feels owning property changing a person's character in a very unpleasant ways. Owning property, owning or the ownership also makes a person feel greedy, possessive, and heavy hearted. That's the reason that he says ownership of the wood he calls as a shame. What is the central question Foster raises in the essay? There's one question he always asks in this essay. The answer is here. What is the effect of property upon the character? That's a question. How does Foster describe the size and condition of his wood? He says, my wood is small and has secretly any trees and is intersected by a public footpath. What does Foster mean by saying the wood makes him feel heavy? Why does he say? He means to say that owning property brings emotional and mental burdens, making one feel spiritually and physically sluggish. I'm sorry. How does Foster connect property to the biblical parable of the rich man and the camel? He compares the rich man's difficulty entering heaven with the happiness caused by poverty, suggesting that, extremely sorry. He compares the rich man's difficulty entering heaven with the heaviness caused by the property, which suggests that wealth can prevent spiritual progress. What reaction does Foster have when he hears a twig snap in his wood? He's initially annoyed, thinking it's someone who is picking blackberries and harming his property, right? Why is Foster upset when the bird flies from his wood into Mrs. Hennessy's field? He feels the bird should belong to him since it was in his wood, which shows his growing sense of possessiveness. What is the desire What does the desire to expand his wood symbolize? Expanding the wood symbolizes the human tendency to always want more and never be satisfied with what one owns. Dil mange more. How does Foster view the urge to make changes in his wood? He observes this as a false, self-important urge to express personality, not a genuine act of creation or improvement. What does Foster say about the relationship between creation, property, and enjoyment? He calls such relationship, which is among creation, property, and enjoyment, he calls as a sinister trinity, which suggests that the desire for property often replaces the real joy and creativity. So question may appear, what is the meaning of sinister trinity? It here refers to the relationship among creation, property, and enjoyment. What happens to the public footpath running through the wood? It allows the people to enter his wood freely, leading to littering, plant picking, even romantic encounters which frustrate The author. What example does Foster give of extreme private ownership? He mentions a wood near Lyme Regis where the owner built stone walls and bridges to isolate the public path completely. What does Foster fear he might become due to ownership? He fears becoming enormously stout, endlessly avaricious, pseudo creative, intensely selfish, which is a parody of greedy landowner. So, what's the fear? Due to the ownership, he will become stout, avaricious, pseudo creative, and also intensely selfish. What is the tone of the essay? Last question. The tone of the essay is humorous, ironic, and reflective, and with a critical view of materialism. So these are the 15 questions which I have tried to gather from this lesson, My Wood by E.M. Forster. So thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe the channel if you have not yet done it. Thanks and stay in tune with Mukesh English.